Start on our mats in that comfortable rest position. So that's laying on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the mat but out wide, and let your knees fall in towards the midline, okay? Comfortable rest position. Start to bring your attention to your breath, just the natural ebb and flow. It can be helpful to place a hand on your abdomen and on your chest so you can tactile feel it. For today's class, I'm setting an intention with the mantra connection. So you can take that a lot of different ways. That can be connecting your breath to your movement. That can be connecting, when, let's say we get into a yogi squat and I tell you to, stretch your spine up towards the sky and down towards the earth, feeling that connection, that connection within your body. But then it also, speaks to life off the mat. How do you connect with other people in this time of isolation? How do you connect with yourself? So just take that with your practice, take that with you through your day. Let's bring your attention back to your breath. Start to constrict your breath, closing off the mouth, starting to build some heat, creating that oceanic sound at the back of your throat. That forceful inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, slowly widen the knees, bringing your feet about shoulder width distance apart, reaching for your foam roller or your block, placing that between the knees, giving it a little bit of a squeeze. So starting to wake up the core a little bit, wake up your adductor muscles. Staying in tune with that breath. With your next inhale, keeping the squeeze on that foam roller or the block, elevate the feet to a tabletop position. Keeping that squeeze with your adductors. Imagine yourself pinning your belly button down through your stomach and into the mat. So a nice flat back. Tuck the chin just slightly as you pull the top of your head towards the top of your mat. From here, release the block, the hold on the block, but keeping your feet up at a tabletop, placing your right hand across the body on top of your left knee. Inhale, reach your left fingertips high. As you exhale, extend the right heel down towards the bottom of the mat and your left fingertips high towards the top. So again, creating a connection between those left fingertips and your right heel. Pressing the right heel down away from your body as you stretch those left fingertips high. Don't lose that core engagement, that nice flat back, pressing your left knee into your right palm. Another breath here. Your next inhale, slowly bring that right knee up. Left hand comes across the body to the top of that left knee. Exhale, extend your, that's the right knee. Extend your left heel long, right fingertips go high. So really pressing that right knee into your left palm. Sending that left heel away from your body as you stretch those right fingertips up towards the top of your mat. One more breath here. With your next inhale, bring both knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. Start to circle nice and gently. And then change directions with your circles. Maybe gently rock side to side, massaging out your lower back. With your next inhale, send your heels up towards the sky, planting your palms flat on the mat. Exhale, slowly lower your heels down to float just about 6 inches off the mat. Inhale, press the heels high. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, press the heels high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high. Exhale, lower down. And start to flutter kick here. Change directions, foot over foot, scissor kick. Back to the flutter. One more time, scissor kick. Exhale, bring both knees into the chest. Circle it out. Change direction. Take a cross with your ankles and gently start to rock forward and backwards along your spine. Eventually making your way up into a tabletop position. So here we've got hands shoulder width distance apart, knees are the same. Toes are untucked, tops of the feet rest softly on the mat. Inhale, press down through that left palm. As you exhale, right fingertips go long, left heel goes back. Inhale, stretch long with your spine. As you exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, up. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Really send that left heel back, right fingertips go long. Exhale, crunch it down. Last one here. Bring that right hand back down to meet the left. Left knee comes down to meet the right. Inhale, press down through the right palm. As you exhale, left fingertips go long, right heel goes back. Staying here, actively engaged through that right glute, trying to keep your hips square to the mat. Inhale, stretch the left fingertips long, right heel goes back. As you exhale, crunch left knee to right, or left elbow to right knee. Inhale long, exhale, crunch it down. Inhale, go long. Exhale, crunch through. 2 more here. Last one. And slowly, softly plant that left hand and right. With your inhale, untuck the toes. As you exhale, send your hips high. Downward facing dog. Start to step side to side, walking your dog out. Pressing through all 10 fingertips, spiraling those elbows in towards the midline as you send your chest back towards the tops of your thumbs. Trying to press those heels down towards the mat. Allowing yourself a little compassion if they don't get there, if they don't even get halfway there. That's okay. Inhale, shift your weight forward, high plank. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. 3 more. Exhale as you crunch. On this last one, we're gonna hold So exhale, press that right knee to right elbow as you step your right foot towards that outer right edge of your mat. Slowly lower down your left knee, untuck your left toes, and opening up that right hip to your right pinky toe edge of the foot. This is a low lizard lunge. So we're trying to keep our hips square towards the front, driving through that left hip flexor, pressing through all 10 fingertips for a nice tall spine as you spiral open that right hip. Option to stay here up on the palms of your hands or fingertips, or you can come down to forearms with or without the support of your foam roller to deepen this lunge. Your next inhale, let's meet back up on the palms of our hands. As we exhale, placing your right palm on the inner edge of your right knee, taking a twist. So we're opening up to the right side. Again, option to stay here with this twist, or we can deepen it a little bit. With your inhale, reach those right fingertips high. Exhale, reaching back, taking a bend in your left knee. Opening up that left hip flexor and left quad just a little bit more, or a lot more. Looking your gaze over the right shoulders. It's okay too to just take the reach back behind you to open you up in this twist a little bit more. You don't necessarily have to grab for that left foot if you can't reach. If you were able to reach for that left foot, with your next inhale, slowly release it down. Exhale, sweep that right hand around to meet the left. Inhale, untuck your left toes, raise your left knee. So you exhale, send the right leg back, high plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, come to those tippy toes. Exhale, left knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, send the left foot back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. 3 more. Slow and controlled. Really press through your palms, sending the mat away from you. Last one here, we're gonna hold. Exhale, left knee to left elbow as you step it to that outer left edge of the mat. Lower down that right knee, untuck the right toes, pressing down through all 10 fingertips as you spiral out to that left pinky toe edge of your left foot. Got an option to come down to forearms here. The more you can open up that left hip, the more space will allow you to sink into this forward fold. Inhale, come back up to the palms. As you exhale, press the left hand to the inner edge of your left knee, opening up for a little twist. Again, perfectly acceptable to stay here, or option to deepen that twist. Inhale, left fingertips go high. Exhale as you reach back for that right foot. Looking your gaze over your left shoulder. Your next inhale, release the grasp on that right foot. Exhale, spiraling that left hand around to meet the right. Inhale, untuck your right toes, raise that right knee. From here, step the right foot forward. Toes point out at about a 45-degree angle. Heels rest softly on the edge of the mat. Exhale, sink the hips down low for your yogi squat. Hands come to heart center. Elbows press the knees open. Again, here we're tucking the pelvis up and under as you imagine that pull, that connection between the crown of your head all the way down your spine to the base, your sacrum, your tailbone. Doing your best to keep a nice flat back, allowing your heart to shine forward. With your next inhale, plant the hands in front of you. Exhale, send the hips high. Slowly heel toe your feet in just to the inner edge of the mat. So we're still in a wide-legged fold here. Toes point towards the top of the mat. Option to grab for opposite elbows here. Let the weight of your head pull you forward. Sway side to side. For those of you with some hamstring restrictions like myself, taking a gentle bend in the knees will help you fold forward and open up that lumbar spine just a little bit more. Your next inhale, take a deeper bend in that left knee as you shift your weight towards the right leg, allowing yourself to pull from your ankle to deepen the fold over your right knee. Trying to bring your forehead or your nose to touch that right knee. Inhale, shift your weight back to center, straightening out that left leg just slightly, taking a deeper bend in the right knee as you fold over the left leg. Pulling yourself down a little deeper by grabbing for the ankle or lower leg. Inhale, shift your weight back to center. On your exhale, heel toe your feet together so big toes and heels touch. Inhale, sit the hips back as you exhale, grabbing for that foam roller or the block, pressing between the palms of your hands as you send your arms up overhead for your chair pose. So staying with a little bit more upper body engagement here by pressing that block or that foam roller between the palms of your hands. Making sure you shift your weight back into your heels, peel the toes off the mat. You should be able to look down over your knees and see the toes. Trying to send the biceps up towards your ears. Inhale, gently set the block or foam roller off to the side. Plant your hands, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. As you exhale, lowering down halfway, elbows in nice and tight. Inhale, untuck the toes, keep the knees and thighs off the mat as you shine your heart forward, upward facing. Exhale, send the hips high, downward facing. Take an open mouth exhale here, let it all go. Trying to find new depth. New expansion in this pose. Inhale with your left leg high. As you exhale, sweep your left knee to nose, stepping your left foot between your hands. From here, we want to walk that right foot forward ever so slightly. So we're going to keep the distance between our feet a little bit closer than we normally do. As we exhale, opening up for Warrior One. So this is a little different. We normally go into Warrior Two where we're opening up all the way to the side. This, your stance is a little bit closer. That back foot, instead of being perpendicular, is at a 45-degree angle. And we're trying to shift our hips keeping them square, pointing towards the top of the mat, okay? So you're gonna wanna open up to the right side a little bit, trying to keep the back leg engaged as you come into a lunge in that front left knee. Arms come up overhead, hips are square towards the front of the mat. Your next inhale, straighten out that front knee. Hands come to the hips. As you exhale, hinge forward, stretching out the hamstring in that left leg. Inhale, slowly rise up to a nice tall spine. As you exhale, dial the right foot to face forward, toes point forward, step back, sink low, high crescent lunge. So we're widening that stance. We're sending that right hamstring back, trying to lengthen that right leg, sending that right heel back towards the mat. Left knee is over the left ankle. Shoulders are tucked down your back, away from your ears, as you stretch the fingertips high. Inhale, fingertips point forward. On your exhale, imagine you've got a bow in your hand that you're drawing back. So bringing the left fingertips as you twist open to the left side. Those left fingertips stretch behind you, sending that right hamstring back, that right heel back towards the mat. Bringing that left knee in towards the midline. Inhale, left fingertips come forward. Exhale, plant your hands, frame that left foot, step the left foot back. High plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Nice deep breath in and send that right heel high. As you exhale, sweep it through, stepping between your fingers. With your inhale, walk that left heel forward slightly. Exhale, pressing down through your feet, opening up. So your left toes point out at a 45-degree angle. Hips are square towards the front of the mat. So you lunge into that right knee. Right knee's over your right ankle. Inhale, straighten out the right knee. Hands come to the hips. As you exhale, folding forward. Pyramid pose. Opening up the hamstring on the right side. Inhale, slowly raise up to a nice tall spine. Exhale, arms come up overhead. Inhale, step your left foot back as you spiral your toes to point forward. Exhale, sinking down low into your high crescent lunge. Inhale, hands point forward. Exhale, pull that bowstring back with the right hand this time, reaching your right fingertips behind you. Send that left hamstring, left heel back. Tuck your right knee in towards the midline as you twist open to the right. Inhale, right hand comes forward to meet the left. Exhale, plant your hands, step that right foot back. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward. Inhale, slowly walk your feet up behind your wrists. Exhale, forward. Inhale for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Try to find some new depth in this fold. Inhale, press down through all four corners of your feet. As you exhale, root to rise, coming all the way up to standing mountain pose. Inhale, hinge at the hips, stretch high. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sit the hips back. Exhale, arms come up overhead, chair pose. Your next inhale, bring the hands to heart center. As you exhale, left elbow comes to the outer edge of your right knee, taking a twist in your chair. Pressing the palms together, sending that left elbow into the outer edge of the right knee to deepen the twist. Don't let that left knee come forward, so send that left hip back. Try and keep the knees level. Inhale back to center. As you exhale, right knee to the outer edge, or right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee, twisting the opposite way. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant your hands, step your feet back. High plank. Inhale, shift forward to the tippy toes. On your exhale, lower down for your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right leg goes high. As you exhale, sweep your right knee through to the back of your right wrist, right ankle to the back of your left wrist. So we're coming into that half pigeon pose, okay? Trying to square that right leg out in front of you as much as you can. It's okay if it's not completely perpendicular to your mat. Untucking those left toes, resting the left knee softly on the mat. Option to have some support underneath that right hip if you need. Starting first with a nice tall spine, so up nice and high. Heart shines forward, pressing through all 10 fingertips. Again, option to stay here or start to surrender down. Maybe coming to elbows with or without the support of a foam roller or block. Maybe even resting your forehead on the mat or on a block. Taking whatever the deepest expression of this pose that your body will allow. Reconnecting with your breath while you're here. Letting go of any tension in your neck and shoulders, maybe your jaw or forehead. Creating space to fold forward by sending that right hip back and the left hip forward. Wherever you find yourself, with your next inhale, let's meet back on a nice tall spine, pressing down through all 10 fingertips. Untuck the left toes, raise that left knee. As you exhale, send the right leg back for a three-legged down dog. Circle it out a little bit, that right leg. And then let it rest softly on the mat next to the left foot. Inhale, left heel goes high. As you exhale, sweep it through. Left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. Rest that right knee down on the mat, untuck the right toes, repositioning that left leg wherever's comfortable for you. Taking support where you need it. Keeping the hips square towards the front of the mat. So we're driving that right hip forward this time, left hip comes back. Inhale with a nice tall spine. Again, if it's accessible, folding a little bit deeper, coming down to forearms, and maybe completely surrendering again, using support, reconnecting with your breath. When you're ready, let's meet back with a nice tall spine up on all 10 fingertips. With your next inhale, shift your weight into your left hip as you bring that right knee forward ever so slightly, coming into a 90-90 position. So the deer pose, 90-90, whatever you want to call it. So that right hip is internally rotated, trying to send the right ankle out as far away from your body as possible, trying to get it in line with that right knee. Left hip is externally rotated at a 90-degree angle out in front of you. For most of us, this is going to want to shift your weight into your left hip, so try and counterbalance by pressing your torso into your right hip, trying to keep your spine nice and tall. Going to try and do this transition without the support of your hands, and a couple of tips to do that. We're going to bring hands to heart center, pressing the palms together, actively engaging the upper body, driving through that pinky toe edge of your left foot and the big toe edge of your right foot. So pressing those down into the earth, pressing your palms together. As you exhale, try and floss, switching your rotation at the hips. So now your left hip is internally rotated, right hip is externally rotated out in front of you. Again, shifting your weight into that left hip, trying to keep your spine up nice and tall. Your next inhale, plant your hands behind your sacrum. Windshield wiper your hips out in front of you. Just let them fall side to side. Getting a little bit of motion, bringing some extra fluid into your hips. With your next inhale, send the legs long. As you exhale, bring the tips of your fingers back towards your sacrum as you slowly lower down to your elbows behind you. Tuck the shoulder blades in behind you. Inhale as you press and shine your heart forward. Exhale, slowly lower your head, opening up. Let it fall behind you. Gentle back bend and heart opener here for fish pose. With your next inhale, slow and controlled, tuck the chin first. Exhale, let it all go. Staying here for just a moment. That back bend can sometimes make you a little queasy in your stomach, a little lightheaded. So staying here, getting your bearings. Couple breaths. And then slowly lower all the way down to your back. Inhale, take a bend in both knees, planting your heels as close to your sacrum as you can get. Exhale, send that right heel high. Inhale, place the fingertips behind that right knee. As you exhale, pull the right leg in towards your chest. Open up the hamstring. Press that right heel up nice and high. Right toes point back towards your nose. With your next inhale, take a slight bend in the right knee. Open up the right hip as you send that right ankle atop the left knee. Okay, so we're opening up for figure 4. Inhale, reach your hands through, thread the needle, grabbing for the back of that left knee, left hamstring. Exhale, pull that left knee in as you send the right knee away. Toes point up towards your knees on both feet. Shoulders squeeze down and away from your ears, pinned flat on the mat behind you. As you take a gentle tuck with your chin, elongating your cervical spine. And with your next inhale, slowly lower that left foot down to the mat. Release the grip behind your left knee. Reaching with your left hand for that right foot. Exhale, send that left leg long and press your right knee down towards the mat. So we're opening up for a half shoelace here. Left hand grabs for that right foot and it's pulling up towards that bikini line, that inguinal line in your left groin, and you're pressing that right knee down towards the mat. Option to take a double bind here by bending the left knee, sending your left heel up towards your right glute, grabbing for that left foot with your right hand, sending both knees down towards the earth. Your next inhale, release the grip on your feet, coming back up to that figure 4 position. So right ankle rests softly on the left knee. As you exhale, send the right heel high and slowly lower it down. Inhale, take a bend in the right knee, send that right heel back towards your glute. As you exhale, send the left heel high. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind the left leg. As you exhale, pull that hamstring towards you. Trying not to bring the shoulders up towards your ears, pin them flat on the mat, down your back. Inhale, release the grip behind your knee. As you exhale, plant that left ankle atop your right knee, sending the left knee away. Inhale, thread the needle, reaching through behind the right knee. As you exhale, pull that right knee in, send the left knee away. Inhale, plant that right heel down towards the mat, reaching with your right hand for the left foot. As you exhale, pull that left foot in towards your right groin. Extend the right leg long, press the left knee down towards the mat. Perfectly acceptable to stay here with the half shoelace, or we can go for the full by taking a bend in that right knee. Bring your right heel towards your left glute, grabbing your right foot with your left hand, sending both knees down towards the mat. Your next breath in, release the grip on both feet. Come back up to that figure four. As you exhale, send that left leg high. Slowly lower down. Nice deep breath in. Take a bend in the left knee, bringing your heels towards your glute. As you exhale, reaching around, creating a nice ball, giving a squeeze around both knees, hugging them in nice and tight. Bringing your forehead up towards the knees, creating a little ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Let it all go. Taking up as much or as little space on the mat as you feel comfortable with. Coming to that place of stillness, that place of peace. Letting your breath return to normal. Taking some open mouth exhales if it helps you release. Really challenge yourself to keep your mind clear and your body still. When you're ready, start to bring some gentle, soft, small movements back into your body. Allow those movements to grow, creating connection within your body. Slowly make your way into a fetal position. Staying there for a moment, for a breath or two. And when you're ready, come and meet me in a comfortable seated position. As always, it's a pleasure to spend my Wednesday mornings with each and every one of you. Appreciate your time, your connection, your energy. Namaste.